Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you. Another offering. Off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks. Sampler video series videos I've been doing for a little while now. Go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie, this has to be good. It has to be. Please be good. But we'll get to that. Folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm inside my truck, and whilst I'm doing all that, folks, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, though? Happens to be my Doofmander shirt. One of my favorite, nerdy shirts. If you don't get the reference, it's a combination of Charmander from Pokemon, one of the original 150, and the Doof Warrior from the Mad Max Fury Road movies, which was just easily, that was a great movie anyway, but, that was just, the Doof Warrior was, the best part, let's be honest. I saw this shirt for sale. It was, online, years ago now, maybe something close to, 10 years ago. I don't know, but I saw it available as an online purchase, and I was like, yeah, man, that looks like exactly the type of shirt that I would wear. And I've been rocking it ever since. I really like this shirt. It fits in well with my other nerdy shirts, because most of my shirts are band shirts, but, I'm a nerd at heart, too, so I gotta have a few nerdy shirts in there. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I so certain that this has to be good? Well, folks, that's because I'm reviewing... Boom! It's from Simply. It's their Simply Pop Pineapple Mango Prebiotic Soda. Okay. So, if you're unfamiliar with the Simply brand, they're mostly known, I think, at least in my experience, for their juices. They have Simply Orange, Simply Apple, and they've always kind of presented themselves as being sort of a little bit more of a slightly upscale option if you want your fruit juices, compared to your Minute Maids and what have you. Now, in reality, point for point, I don't know how much better or worse they are, but I will say I do really like their juices and stuff, and I will, occasionally get them. But now they've decided to go over there and pop into that prebiotic, alternative soda thing that's a thing. But this is also the pineapple mango version. If you watch my channel, you know I'm a proud pineapple slut. So, I have an entire playlist called the Pineapple Playlist. That's where anything pineapple related ends up in that playlist. That's where this review is going to end up with. It's 6 grams of prebiotic fiber, supports gut health, no added sugar, sweetened with juices and monk fruit extract, supports immune health, zinc, and vitamin C. It's got 10 grams of sugar in it, so it's still, but let's get a thing for the thing here. It looks like this. We'll go, ha 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 ha, and let's give it a go. Pineapple! Please be delicious and amazing. I need you to be. Ooh, it's very fragrant. Okay. That's got a nice waft of pineapple. Let's give it a go. Okay. It's a little bit different than I was expecting, but it's not unpleasant. I mean, the main thing for me, I need, you put pineapple at the forefront of the, the name of the drink. I need that pineapple to be there. I need it to be evident. And I will say it's there and it's evident. It is not, just like a little background accent of pineapple. The pineapple is there. The mango is sorry, a mango. Didn't mean to call you out like that. The mango is also there, and mango and pineapple blend very nicely. So, it works very nice in that regard. It honestly, woodchuck. I have a woodchuck on my property. I think he's living in my garage. I'm going to have to deal with that at some point. But anyway, no, it drinks like a pineapple juice. If you've ever had those little skinny cans of pineapple juice, like the Dole pineapple, what have you. God, I love those things so much. I had to stop buying them. It was becoming a problem. Yeah, like the sensation and everything is very similar. To the extent where like it initially kind of tricks my brain, and it's like, oh boy, we're gonna get delicious, super delicious pineapple juice. Not quite. The essence is there, but obviously you have other things going on. The mango kind of tempers the pineapple flavor a little bit, so you don't get, because pineapple, the great thing about it, aside from everything, is that it has like a nice variety of flavors. You know, it's sweet, it's acidic, excuse me, it's tangy, it's got a lot going on. Mango has a nice tropical vibe to it, but it's a little bit more of an earthy kind of thing to it as well. So you put them together and it can create some nice contrast, but you got to make sure that the pineapple is still getting to do all those things. In here, not quite. And that might be because of the mango, that might also be because of the prebiotic aspect. It's a very thick tasting soda, which that might be just the prebiotic stuff. Yeah, it's okay. It's not phenomenal, but I don't dislike it. I wish it was as bright and vibrant, you know, as like a really nice like pineapple juice or even a pineapple soda. It's not as sweet, and it does lose, like I said, some of that vibrancy of the pineapple. Bumblebee. Bumblebees are cool, but I don't need to hang out with one right now. Even though it's way too damn warm to have the windows down. He's still hanging around. Anyway, no, it's a good drink, for the most part. In terms of pineapple sodas, you know, it does lose out because it's not as sweet. It doesn't allow the pineapple to shine through the way I personally would like the pineapple to shine through. But it does still have a decent pineapple flavor to it. The prebiotic, probiotic, what the hell ever aspect of it is fairly minimal. It's there. Like, you wouldn't think, this wouldn't pass as being a normal soda, if you get what I'm saying. But it doesn't taste medicine-y or anything like that. You know, it's blended in there pretty well. But it does have that hit of it. You know, there's no two ways about it. Yeah, it's pretty good overall. It's not as good as I was hoping, but two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Maybe on occasion, and sure. So obviously, when it comes to like these prebiotic sodas, alternative soda things, you know, I can't gauge them directly against like full sugar versions or anything like that, because that's not, you know, it's not fair. They're trying to do different things. As a prebiotic soda, it ain't bad. I've had far worse. I have had some that I've personally found to be better, but I do like this one kind of overall. I think that the flavors are pretty nice for what they are. They just feel muted, you know, compared to what I would have liked. Again, especially with the pineapple. I really want that oomph, you know, from the pineapple. You just don't get that. But again, the prebiotic aspect, the alternative soda aspect of it is somewhat minimal. You know, not as minimal as some that I've had, but definitely way more than others I've had. So, you know, I could see maybe grabbing it on occasion. It wouldn't be a go-to. I wouldn't see it as being a substitute for a nice pineapple soda, which, by the way, I know a lot about. I've done pineapple soda specials. You can watch those episodes, by the way. They're on the channel. If I'm recommending it, it depends on what you're looking for. I think it's a good product overall. Like, I think the execution of it is done well, and I feel like, you know, they did a good job of, even if it wasn't as vibrant as I wanted, of having a nice pineapple flavor, and it felt like an authentic pineapple flavor, which was nice. I think that's playing to their strengths as a brand. If you want, you know, like a nice, striking pineapple soda, this isn't exactly it, but if you want a pretty solid, you know, generally good tasting prebiotic pineapple soda, this one works in that capacity, you know, and the mango is also there because it's mango. But yeah, anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. Folks, go over there and have yourselves a truly pineapple-tastic rest of your life. Because, folks, when it's pineapple, it's always pineapple-tastic. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do it all the time, I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Now, folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there, whenever possible, take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, what other prebiotic alternative pineapple sodas out there that I should try? Maybe I'll do a special at some point, do like a comparison video against them. I would just have to get enough of them together to make it worth it. Maybe around like 6 or so. I did way too many in the past, and like 5 or 6 I think would probably about do me. But let me know. Hit me up with suggestions. I try to get stuff in when I can.